What a beautiful day. The weather is perfect. And I get you all to myself today. It's the best. It's been so nice seeing you back in Mondstadt. Honestly, if a festival is all it takes to call you back here, Mondstadt should start holding them all the time. Ah, this festival? It's been a lot of fun. Fest always is. And while it's nice as a god to be symbolically welcomed back home with the changing of seasons, the worship is not what pleases me the most. So long as there's drinking and music and my beloved by my side, little else is needed for my enjoyment of a festival. It's not that strange. That's all I need. I'm more than content. After all, this power is a deity. It's not exactly something I sought out. But neither are these feelings that I harbor for you. Though, if pressed to pick between the two, I would choose you every single time. I'm just glad you're here. It's been quite some time since you've been back to Mondstadt for a proper stay. And it's always nice that you appease your longtime boyfriend with a date. What else I want to do today? Well, I am fine with just wandering aimlessly with you like we have been. There is somewhere I wanted to go with you today. Don't worry, we're not too far off. Actually, you can see it now. Right here. At the edge of Whispering Woods. This is where I wanted to come today. Do you remember? This is where we met. This is where I saw you for the first time. And this is where my world was forever changed. I wanted to come here with you today. It seemed like it would be really nice. What? Allow me to be nostalgic. We've come such a long way since that day so long ago. And after all of our adventures, after everything we've been through, we can finally spend time together like this. So allow me to reminisce. Come on. Bend to my will just a little bit more. Indulge me. My precious Windbloom. You do know why I call you my Windbloom, right? Yes, it is because you confessed to me during the Windbloom Festival. Or at least that's partially correct. But there is more to it than just that. Windbloom. While the namesake flower of the festival, they were a flower that never actually existed. Or rather, maybe a flower that was never supposed to exist. Nevertheless, it was something that came to be born in the hearts of those who call Mondstadt home. Windblooms are a flower representing love and freedom. And that's exactly what you are for me. For me, you aren't just the person I love. You are love in its purest form. Much like a windbloom, you play a different role to everyone you interact with. It seems you do so many different things for so many different people. But for me, you're love incarnate. And much like a windbloom, I never thought someone like you would exist for me. I never thought someone like you could exist for me. And yet, here you are, right before my very eyes. That's why you're my windbloom, love. And you always will be. My truest beloved. There will never be another like you in my life. Despite having the life of a deity, I know, throughout all of time, I'll never have another like you. Windbloom, I did bring you here with a purpose. A purpose that's taken me far too long. All those commissions I was working on these past months, well, I guess it's probably easier to just show it to you. It took me forever to save up for this. I mean, I've never tried to buy a ring before. I didn't know how expensive it was. Getting this wasn't an easy feat for a lowly bard's salary, let alone one whose hobby is tavern hopping. And yet, despite my best efforts, it isn't as extravagant as I wanted. If I could, I would want to adorn you with all of the stars in the sky. But I guess this small gemstone is going to have to do for now. Windbloom. Throughout my thousands of years of existence, I've never once wanted to marry anyone. After the death of my dear friend, and after I took his form, I never wanted to be close with anyone ever again. It hurt too much to imagine that happening over and over again. It was lonely, but I figured I would never again experience loss if I never again obtained anything. So I wandered freely. I shrouded myself in music and melodies that never changed no matter how many centuries passed. I enjoyed so many things with my eyes closed. I chased simple pleasures to distract me from the decay of the people and things around me. I feared finding happiness in others because I feared the loss that would come when they pass on and I don't. The mere thought of anyone being around me all of the time, I came to fear that consistency more than anything, because I didn't want to face the day when that comfort disappeared. I know what that feels like, and I didn't want to feel that ever again. They say nothing ventured, nothing gained. But if nothing is gained, then nothing can be lost either. And I clung to that belief with all that I was. And I let it consume me and all of my interactions. I figured if I was most often alone, then maybe I would never feel lonely. But with you, from the moment I first met you, I didn't fear being around you. I craved it. I craved that consistency so much with you. I wanted to be around you all of the time. I wanted to walk beside you. I wanted to watch you experience life, and more than anything, I wanted to experience it with you. At the time, I didn't have the words to describe it. Why I was so drawn to you. Why the things I had spent thousands of years avoiding, I suddenly, deeply, and truly wanted with you. But I chased that feeling. Clumsily, and earnestly, and happily, and against all odds, when I found you reaching for me too, I was so happy. And all of the feelings that I feared would confine and restrict me have instead liberated me, released me from my fears. I feel so free with you. I'm the god of freedom, and yet the most free I've ever felt is with you beside me. free to be whatever I wish. Free to listen to what my heart wants. Free to finally express how I feel in the ways I've always wanted to. I just genuinely love being with you so much. I love everything about you. My heart is moved more by just one glance from you than by centuries of interactions. I feel so light. Laughing comes just as easily as breathing with you. I see you and I immediately forget the centuries of burdens that have come to rest on my shoulders. Every day feels like the Windbloom Festival with you. I look into your eyes and I see every precious secret that has ever been known but has never been spoken. And when I see you smile, I think, this right here, this smile is the reason this whole world exists. Windbloom. I've lived through thousands of awful, terrible things. Millennia that I wish I could forget. But if it all had to happen so that I could meet you, I could easily live through those centuries thousands of times over. I would diligently repeat those thousands of years as often as I needed to. Even if it was just to hold your hand like this just once, I would do it. And it would be worth it. I would do it as many times as it takes to see you again. My precious Windbloom, I love you. Those 3 words feel far too small to convey these feelings in my heart. But I still want to say them. I love you. I'm so happy with you. I don't care about the things I used to fear. So long as you're beside me right now and smiling, nothing is scary for me anymore. The only thing left in this world I have to fear is spending even one more day without asking you to be mine. And so, I bought this ring. Giving a ring to express love is a mortal custom, and contracts are more of Morak's thing, not mine. And it's incredibly taboo for a god to want to take anyone in this manner. This may be conduct unbecoming of an Archon. But I want this so much with you. Physical proof that you eternally have my heart. And a promise that you feel the same way about me as I do about you. Though, while this may appear to be a simple ring, I might have added just a little something extra. It took me a while to alter this ring to be both worthy of you and of my intentions. I may have used a little magic. A simple yet incredibly intricate form of magic. I may have broken some rules. It was really difficult even for me. But I was able to do it successfully. What type of magic? A spell that will allow me to do the one thing that I wish for more than anything. To always be by your side. Windbloom. This proposal and this ring. If you accept this, I promise that I'll always love you. For the rest of your life. For the rest of my life. In any form of life that comes after or before. In any timeline, in any version of reality, in any place where you exist. I promise I'll find you, and I'll fall in love with you all over again, without fail. Most mortals swear until death do us part, but with this, and with a god like me, not even death will be able to separate us. Are you sure you want that? For all of eternity, our fates will be intertwined. You're sure? Windbloom, even I won't be able to undo this magic once you accept this. Are you sure you... Windbloom... You want this? Then, I suppose I'm supposed to get on my knees, right? My beloved Windbloom, I love you with all of my heart. I've always loved you, and I swear I will always love you. I want to be with you forever, so will you marry me, please? What are you doing? Windbloom, I may not know much about this, but I don't think you're supposed to kneel down too. You're supposed to... Is that a ring? Wait, it's for me? You already... Wait, you were playing planning on asking me to marry you. Windbloom. How are you always able to do this? You always manage to catch this god by surprise, and you always make me so much happier than I thought I could ever feel. Of course I'm crying. I've never been this happy before. I don't know what. Windbloom. I love you so much. Windbloom. Are you sure? Are you sure I'm what you want, love? I'm a god in status, but as I'm sure you're aware, I have very little to my name. Very little I can offer you aside from my heart. And a promise that I will love you forever. Is that enough? Am I enough? Then yes, I'll marry you. I swear I'll make you the happiest person alive. I'll always be with you, love. And my heart will always be yours. Forever and all of time. Can I put my ring on you? Once I do, the spell will be complete, and I'll always be able to return to you. May I? Give me your hand, love. There. And just like that, my truest wish has been granted. My true beloved, my only one. You'll put your ring on me too. Please, go ahead. Your hands are shaking a little. Take your time, love. I want this. I've always wanted this. It's perfect. I love it. Though at this point, I feel these rings between us are just a small gesture. For I've just received the most valuable thing that exists in this world. Your heart. No grander treasure could exist for me, I assure you. I can't imagine anything more perfect. I've been around for a while. If something better exists, I know of it not. You're all I see. To think I would ever obtain something this extraordinary. I love you. My precious star. There's so many different paths you could have chosen. You have no idea how many different paths you could have chosen. But thank you for choosing me, love. I promise you'll never regret this decision. I swear I'll bring you every happiness that life can offer you. And I'll always be by your side, love. Forever.